After nearly 2 decades as Leroy Jethro Gibbs, Mark Harmon made a surprising decision to step back from his role on NCIS. His portrayal of Gibbs resonated deeply with audiences, showcasing a tough yet compassionate leader who fought tirelessly for justice. Fans were left in shock when Harmon reduced his appearances significantly in season 19, stirring up a whirlwind of speculation about the reasons behind his departure. Many wondered what could have prompted such a shift from television's most dedicated agent. In a candid revelation, Harmon has now opened up about the personal and professional factors that influenced his choice to leave the show. He reflects on the toll that years of intense filming took on him and shares insights into his desire for a different pace of life. This decision, while difficult, allowed him to explore new opportunities and prioritize his well-being. As he shares his story, it becomes clear that his journey is about more than just stepping away from a beloved character. It's about embracing change and the next chapter of his life. Born in Burbank, California, in 1951, Mark Harmon came into a world rich in the performing arts. His father, Tom Harmon, was a celebrated football player, while his mother, Elise Knox, was an actress. This unique blend of athleticism and artistry surrounded Harmon from a young age, shaping his future. After completing high school at Harvard-Westlake in 1970, he turned his attention to sports, showcasing his skills as a quarterback at Pierce College for 2 years. His talent earned him recognition and offers from prestigious football programs, including Oklahoma and UCLA. Harmon chose UCLA, where he became the starting quarterback in 1972 and 1973. His senior year was marked by significant achievements, including receiving the National Football Foundation Award for All-Around Excellence, which recognized his contributions both on the field and in academics. Despite his impressive college football career, Harmon went undrafted by the NFL in 1974. These early experiences in sports and performance set the stage for his later transition into acting, where he would become best known for his iconic role as Leroy Jethro Gibbs on NCIS. When Mark Harmon took on the role of Leroy Jethro Gibbs for the first season of NCIS in 2003, nobody could have guessed the enormous impact this character would have on the show and its millions of dedicated viewers. Harmon's subtle portrayal of this feisty, coffee-drinking former Marine has a quietly fascinating quality from the start. The actor imbued Gibbs with a fascinating mix of stoicism and tenderness, bringing to life a complex man saddened by loss yet driven by an unwavering moral code and a duty to seek justice. Gibbs's dedication to the truth made him a brilliant detective, and his sensitivity and loyalty to his makeshift workplace family added depth to his character. Harmon nailed the ideal mix between Gibbs's steely, practical demeanor, gripping his ever-present cup of coffee like a lifeline, and the warmth that seeps through in rare moments of vulnerability as he coaches his staff. This unique blend of strength and compassion resonated with viewers, establishing Gibbs as an iconic figure in television history. For the past 18 years, Gibbs has been the solid, dependable foundation of NCIS. He was a leader who commanded respect, while also eliciting enormous loyalty and even affection from his team. This connection extended beyond the professional realm into the personal, showcasing the essential relationships Harmon portrayed so well on screen. Particularly notable were the sequences depicting Gibbs's quasi-father-daughter dynamics. With agents Kate Todd and Ellie Bishop, Harmon's modest facial expressions conveyed much, illustrating the unique gentleness and pride that Gibbs felt when interacting with his surrogate daughters. The actor's delicate technique revealed flashes of Gibbs's compassion amidst a job that can harden even the best of souls. This ability to balance strength with vulnerability is a major reason the character struck such a chord with audiences. The show's remarkable success over nearly 2 decades further demonstrates the strength of his leadership and the lasting impact of his portrayal, making Gibbs a memorable figure in television history. Gibbs set the tone with Harmon's gravitas, playing an important role in establishing NCIS as a ratings powerhouse that occasionally ruled as the most watched program on television. Prior to joining NCIS, Harmon had a successful acting career in both television and movies. He got his start in the 1970s with cameo appearances on episodes including Adam 12, Policewoman, and Emergency. Harmon worked steadily in television, including a supporting role in the 1978 miniseries Centennial. He landed a starring role in the short-lived drama 240 Robert in 1979. His big break came in 1986 when he was named People's Sexiest Man Alive. That same year, Harmon gave acclaimed performances in the TV movie The Deliberate Stranger, in which he unnervingly portrayed serial killer Ted Bundy, and in the feature film Let's Get Harry. Harmon's star continued to climb with main appearances on shows like Reasonable Doubts in the early 1990s. He appeared in a number of television programs and achieved success on the big screen, playing opposite Sean Connery and Meg Ryan in films such as The Presidio and Stealing Home. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Harmon became a familiar face on television, portraying memorable characters in notable series such as Saint Elsewhere, Moonlighting, and Chicago Hope. These roles allowed him to hone his craft and develop a strong presence in the industry. When he stepped into the shoes of Leroy Jethro Gibbs in 2003, he brought with him a wealth of experience and understanding of complex characters. Harmon, much like Gibbs, is known for his few words, often allowing his actions and expressions to convey deeper meanings. Over the course of more than 400 episodes, he solidified Gibbs as a legendary figure, marking this role as a defining moment in his career. The emotional core of NCIS, along with its broad appeal across generations, can be traced back to the delicate guidance Harmon provided through his nuanced performances. As NCIS continues to thrive, Gibbs remains a lasting legacy for Harmon, standing as his most significant and unforgettable role. When Mark Harmon first appeared on NCIS as Leroy Jethro Gibbs in 2003, he was already a seasoned television actor with decades of experience. His extensive expertise brought a high level of professionalism and work ethic to the NCIS set, something many of his co-stars have publicly commended over the years. David McCallum, who has played Dr. Donald Ducky Mallard since the show's inception, credited Harmon with fostering an ordered and productive working environment behind the scenes. McCallum indicated in 2007 that there was always some level of instability during the series production, but that it had all subsided by that point. He praised Mark for his help in putting their house in order. This professionalism not only helped to stabilize the set, but also encouraged a sense of teamwork and mutual respect among the cast and crew. Harmon's approach to his work set a standard that many of his colleagues aspired to, making the NCIS set a place where everyone could thrive creatively and personally. His commitment to his role and his colleagues has left a lasting impact on the show and its environment. Michael Weatherly, who portrayed Tony DiNozzo on the show until 2016, spoke highly of Mark Harmon, describing him as a straightforward, approachable, calm, and assertive individual. Weatherly noted that Harmon did not have an assistant or entourage like many other leading actors, which highlighted his down-to-earth nature. Despite their differing working styles and dispositions, which Weatherly characterized as opposite poles, the two maintained a mutual professional respect. This respect was evident in their interactions on set, where they were able to collaborate effectively while embracing their unique approaches to acting. Cote DePablo, who joined the show as Ziva David in 2005, has consistently praised Harmon for his guidance. She revealed that Harmon has always been like a father figure to her, providing support and mentorship throughout her career. DePablo emphasized that the connection between her character, Ziva, and Harmon's character, Gibbs, mirrored their real-life bond. She expressed that Harmon was not just a co-worker, but also a loving friend who helped her navigate the complexities of the industry. This relationship between Cote and Mark added a deeper layer to their performances, reflecting the familial dynamics of their characters. The warmth and support Harmon offered to his co-stars created a positive atmosphere on set, fostering collaboration and growth among the cast. Even his real-life wife Pam Dauber, who made a guest appearance on NCIS, praised Mark Harmon's team-oriented attitude. She noted that his ego does not stretch, and that he simply wants everything to work smoothly on set. Harmon is not just focused on maintaining a controlled environment, he is also dedicated to advancing the careers of his co-stars. Sean Murray, who has portrayed McGee since the show's inception, expressed that they would not still be working together after 16 years if it were not for Harmon. He admired Harmon's professionalism from the very first time they met when Murray was just 15 years old on another show. This early impression left a lasting impact on him. Additionally, when Michael Weatherly prepared to lead his own primetime drama, Bull, he reflected on how seeing Harmon lead NCIS for 13 seasons provided him with valuable insights into what it takes to be a series leader. Weatherly remarked that he gained a renewed respect for all that Mark Harmon accomplished during those years. One co-star, Polly Perrette, who played the fan favorite Abby Sito on NCIS, has made headlines for her tumultuous relationship with Mark Harmon. When Perrette announced her resignation from the show after 15 years, it seemed to be a graceful farewell for an original cast member who had significantly contributed to the show's success. However, things took a dramatic turn shortly after her final episode aired in 2018. Perrette took to Twitter, alleging that she had been silenced about the true circumstances behind her resignation. The he in question was none other than Mark Harmon, whose character, Leroy Jethro Gibbs, co-anchored the procedural with Perrette for more than a decade. Perrette expressed her feelings about the situation, stating that it felt different every day, and that she often cried in her car on her way to and from work. CBS publicly stated that Perrette departed due to a workplace concern, which they took seriously, and claimed to have found a resolution for. This public acknowledgement added another layer to the already complicated relationship between the two actors, leaving fans and viewers to speculate about the behind-the-scenes dynamics on the long-running series. The fallout from this situation has raised questions about workplace environments in the entertainment industry and the complexities of co-star relationships, especially in a show that had been a staple of CBS programming for so long. The tension between Perrette and Harmon remains a topic of interest, as many continue to follow the developments surrounding their past collaboration. Tensions escalated behind the scenes of the popular show when Mark Harmon brought his dog to the set in 2016. The situation turned serious when the dog bit a crew worker, resulting in the worker needing 15 stitches. Despite the protests from the cast and crew about the safety concerns, Harmon continued to bring his dog to work. Insiders claimed that his status as both a star and a producer played a significant role in his decision, leading to a growing divide among the cast. The situation reached a boiling point when co-star Pauley Perrette, known for her strong advocacy for crew safety, felt compelled to confront Harmon directly about the issue. This confrontation reportedly created a schism that affected their long-standing working relationship. As tensions rose, the two co-stars became increasingly unwilling to share the set, complicating the scheduling and cutting of their scenes. Perrette's cryptic tweets hinted at deeper issues, suggesting that she felt forced off the show, which fueled speculation about the nature of their conflict. Harmon has remained silent on the matter, leaving fans and insiders questioning the dynamics of their once close-knit cast. Ultimately, only Harmon and Perrette know the full story behind the breakdown of their professional relationship. But the impact of the feud has been clear, especially as Perrette insists that her exit from the show was far from the peaceful resolution the network portrayed. While Weatherly admitted that he and Harmon were very different, he noted that they parted on good terms when Weatherly left the program. Harmon's co-stars, including Murray, DePablo, and Malum, have all praised him over the years. DePablo, in particular, has emphasized her tight bond with Harmon, affectionately referring to him as GOAT in her social media posts. Harmon has stated that they really loved each other's company. When DePablo returned to the show years later, she described it as like slipping into a comfy pair of slippers to be back with Harmon and the NCIS team. She humorously mentioned that the nickname GOAT might relate to the idea of a greatest of all time, or simply a playful reference to a goat. After praising Harmon in an interview, DePablo deflected credit to the entire cast and crew. Although Harmon appeared to connect more closely with some co-stars than others, he was generally regarded favorably for his humility, leadership, and mentoring talents. Many of his colleagues expressed gratitude for his consistent professional presence across nearly 2 decades of collaboration. Even those who are no longer on the show value his contributions during his extended stint as the face of NCIS. After nearly 2 decades as the powerful, coffee-chugging special agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs on the hit CBS drama NCIS, Mark Harmon made the painful decision to depart the show he helped create. For 18 seasons, Harmon portrayed the tough yet big-hearted Gibbs, crafting an iconic character who served as the foundation for NCIS and its devoted fan base. When reports circulated in 2021 that Harmon's Gibbs would have a limited role in season 19, faithful fans were shocked at the possibility of losing this vital character and the actor who had long been the face of NCIS. Those concerns were confirmed as Harmon negotiated an exit deal, allowing Gibbs' storyline to conclude in a few critical episodes in the early part of season 19. The landmark exit episode, Great Wide Open, aired in October 2021, treating fans to one final case to solve alongside Gibbs and his team in the wilds of Alaska. In this episode, Gibbs informs McGee that he will not be returning to Washington, D.C. Instead, he has found a hard-won peace living in the remote Naktok village, choosing to retire there with the intention of finally laying down the burden of their job and all its trauma to embrace a quieter life fishing. Longtime viewers were moved by the final episode of NCIS, which featured heartfelt goodbyes between Gibbs and his teammates via video chat. They raised a glass to their heroic boss, and in typical calm Gibbs style, his final scene simply depicted the former spy sitting lakeside, fishing rod in hand, gazing out at the tranquil landscape. Finally at peace after so many years battling humanity's darkness, Harmon received a heartfelt in-memory title card to commemorate his tremendous 18-season tenure as this famous character. What drove Harmon's painful choice to leave the grueling position that had dominated the last 2 decades of his career? In interviews, the actor frankly revealed that after so many years dedicated to NCIS's arduous television production schedule, he was simply tired. He felt it was time to take a break and enjoy retirement rather than continuing the draining ritual of lengthy workdays on set. Now in his 70s, Harmon was ready for a slower pace focused on family time rather than the all-consuming effort required to lead a large network drama year after year. Showrunner Stephen D. Binder praised Harmon's important creative role, saying that as an executive producer and dear friend, Mark continues to be an integral part of the fabric of the show. While Gibbs is no longer physically present on screen, he lives on thanks to Harmon's ongoing involvement behind the scenes. Loyal fans cling to Binder's warning that viewers should never count him out when it comes to the powerful Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Indeed, Harmon's career-defining role on NCIS is still available for guest appearances in the future. After nearly 2 decades of embodying the strong yet big-hearted Gibbs that fans admire, he has surely earned the right to enjoy retirement on his own terms, spending his days fishing to his heart's content with no cell phone in sight. Throughout his career, Mark Harmon has navigated the complex world of Hollywood, where marriage romance and infidelity rumors often swirl around celebrities. Despite facing various challenges and temptations, his commitment to actress Pam Dauber has remained steadfast. Harmon and Dauber have been happily married since 1987, marking over 30 years of partnership in an industry known for its fleeting relationships. Their journey began at a party hosted by a mutual friend, where they felt an immediate connection. Although they initially sought to keep their romance private, the authenticity of their bond soon became evident. Together, they have raised 2 children, managing to keep their family life largely out of the tabloids. This commitment to privacy has allowed them to maintain a strong family unit, which is often a rarity in Hollywood. Before marrying Dauber, Harmon had notable relationships with several actresses in the 1980s, including Heather Locklear, Terry Garber, Cherie J. Wilson, and a significant 4-year relationship with Christina Engel. Despite these past romances, Harmon has described himself as naturally monogamous, which has contributed to the durability of his marriage. While many Hollywood power couples have come and gone, Harmon and Dauber's relationship stands as a testament to lasting love and loyalty in an often tumultuous environment. Accusations of adultery and instability have continued to swirl around the popular former NCIS star Mark Harmon. In 2021, a bogus commercial circulated online alleging that Harmon had an affair that was hidden from fans by the show's creators. This advertisement featured Harmon alongside former co-star Pauley Perret, despite the fact that the two had never been romantically involved. The misleading commercial led to a clickbait article filled with false allegations about affairs and on-set friction, claiming that such issues resulted in several cast exits from the program. However, none of these claims stood up to closer investigation, as they relied on Harmon's celebrity status to entice readers. Over the years, various reports have suggested that Harmon's decision to leave NCIS after 19 seasons stemmed from an affair or behind-the-scenes drama. Yet, the actor has firmly debunked these assumptions, explaining that he simply believed it was time to pursue more challenging material after so many years in the same role. Known for his strong desire to protect his privacy, Harmon rarely gives interviews about his personal life. However, when he has spoken publicly, he has always praised his marriage to Dauber. He has shared that their disagreements have only strengthened their friendship over the years. Harmon attributes their successful relationship to marrying later in life, as both he and Dauber were in their 30s when they tied